welcome back to Just Code It. Today we're going to be taking a look at another LangChain middleware called a Shell Tool, which allows the LLM or the LangChain agent to interact with Shell performing commands. Let's just walk through the end result. We're going to load in this, and the first one is this agent where we're going to have it make a hello text and put hello world with a timestamp within it. Print the results, and once that runs, we'll look at the hello world and we have the timestamp. The next one is write a star search algorithm in Python and then read it to a file, and then we're just going to print that. This one might take a bit longer to run because it's actually writing a full Python file. Looks like we have a star search algorithm. The next example is how we can redact information from the terminal or from the agent by using these commands. And here you can see it redacted. Finally, we have a shell command where we're just going to have it perform some more information, where we have a shutdown command where we delete some temp logs, and we also have a tool description to describe this tool here. We're just going to define system maintenance shell for cleanup and updates. Run and run. Then we'll print the results, and we have it print out the amount of space left, 9 megabytes within this folder. Those are the 3 examples that we're going to perform. Let's clear everything out and head back up to the top and start working on the code for this. The main LangChain that we're going to import is this LangChain agents middleware import Shell Tool Middleware host execution policy and then redaction rule. Then we're going to load our environment variables and create our LLM. Let's go ahead and run that. After defining the tools, you then define the middleware. The middleware that we're going to be using is this Shell Tool Middleware with the workspace root as the current directory. Then the execution policy is going to be a host execution policy with the command timeout, how long it will give to run the command, and then the startup timeout, how long it will start up the host execution with timeouts in seconds. There's a couple different other execution policies as well. You can also use a Docker execution policy, which spins up a container. There's also a codex execution policy, which allows you to use tools like codex to run these commands in a sandbox. For these examples, we're just going to use the host execution policy just because it's the easiest one to interact with. Let's run that to create our agent. Now we're going to create our first result called result_1, which is going to be invoking off of that basic agent, where we're going to create a message containing a human message with a prompt. This is the prompt, which is create a file called hello text with hello world and then append the date time. If we go in here, let's delete this out. These are the 2 that we're going to be interacting with. We run this and run this, we then see how it works. If we take a look at the full results, we can see how we have a human message, which is our prompt, and then we have an AI message and a tool call, which calls the tool with this command. This is the command that will be running in the terminal. Then the tool actually grabs that command and runs it, and then responds with this content, all the information about the new file. Then we have another AI message. Now it's going to run another command where it's going to do a command cat hello.text and passing it back to the tool, which is going to add this tool content. Finally, we get a AI message, which is the message that is returned to the user, which is this final message. For instance, if we run both of them, we can see this final message down here. That's the one we're grabbing. The next one we're going to do is another result_1 with the basic agent, but this one we're going to actually have it write a star search implementation in Python and save it to a file called a star.py. I'm going to run that. Now it's going to actually code the A* search implementation and then save it to this file. You can see how powerful this tool can be with creating coding agents, where you can essentially just use prompts to direct or generate these coding agents, where you could also have it, say, read the A* search implementation and provide feedback or provide comments. Let's run that again. Oh, there it goes. It created a search implementation. Let's run this to see if it actually works. I don't really feel like checking that, but it looks like it actually ran without an error. Let's move back. For example 2, we're going to create secure/restricted agents. How we do this is we're going to first create a directory, which is the restricted data directory, then create it if it doesn't exist. Then we're going to create a secure agent, passing an LLM, passing tools, and passing middleware with another Shell Tool Middleware. The workspace directory is going to be this restricted directory. This environment is where we're going to actually create this fake API key. Then we're going to have a startup command, which is going to touch this session lock, where we're going to create a session lock. Then we're going to create redaction rules, which uses regex patterns to hide sensitive outputs. The one we're going to create is using this detector. This is the regex pattern we're using to hide all that API key. Then we're going to use a host execution policy again, just having it run on our host. Let's run this. Then check the API key environment variable and list the files. It should not give us the API key. Yep, it redacted the API key. The third example is where we're going to look at a few more things that you can define within this Shell Tool Middleware. Again, we're going to create another agent, and then within the Shell Tool Middleware, we're going to define a custom tool description. This overwrites the default tool description that comes with the Shell Tool Middleware, and you can give it your own tool description. This helps the LLM understand when/how to use this shell tool. By defining this, you can customize the shell tool to your own use case. Then we're going to do a shell command and just do ZHS. You can also use shell executables like fish or something like that. Finally, we're going to create a shutdown command. This runs when the agent closes, and we're just going to remove the temp logs and then echo cleanup complete. Last, we're just going to do a host execution policy like we've been doing for all of them. Let's run this. And now we're going to create another result, result 3, invoke a human message and check the shell version and the disk usage for the path, the current path. Run that and print the results. Here we have the current version, Apple shell, and then the disk usage. We have the disk usage for the current path, all that information. But that is it for this Shell Tool Middleware. I'm sure you can see how powerful this can be. You can use the Shell Tool Middleware to do a bunch of functionality across your machine. It's extremely powerful. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Like and subscribe. It really does help out the channel. I hope you enjoyed today's video. See you next time.